Take your words to the Rockbound Post and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Hello, everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, a man wanted for a shooting at the Maine Mall has turned himself in. Plus, a federal judge has temporarily blocked President Trump's buyout offer for federal employees. And a local recovery organization is now expanding its services to the local jail to help fight addiction. Good morning, everyone. I'm Craig Colson. Emma Smith is off today. She'll be back on Monday. We thank you for joining us. We'll have all today's news coming up over the next hour, but first to check with that forecast, and it looks like any lingering snow showers will be coming to an end over the next hour or so. Otherwise, it will be a pretty quiet day today, although you'll want to take it easy because the roads are still extremely slippery out there this morning. We're also keeping our eye on another storm that could be bringing some more snow to Maine later on in the weekend. Here's Devin Biggs with a first look at that forecast.
All righty, Craig, thank you very much. Happy Friday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Northwoods Hearing Aid Center in Lincoln, Maine, providing quality hearing care while accepting most Medicare Advantage plans and private pay. Contact them today to schedule your free hearing test. Here we go. This morning we have some advisories to talk about. This right here is a gale warning that is up until 3 a.m. on Saturday. Some active start to watch out for. That right there is also a small craft advisory that is up until about 7 p.m. this evening. But otherwise, here's what we got. A few flurries developing this morning along with some of the clouds. Our high temperature today will be hit early. This is a cold front passing through that will send some colder air in our direction. Zooming things out, not just us dealing with snow this morning. Other parts of the Northeast seeing some snow tracking off to the east and a little bit to the south and east as well. Futurecast moving forward, the flurries will be backing off later on today. The clouds eventually breaking up too, as will eventually become mostly clear or so. Some gusty winds reaching up to 30 miles per hour today, slowly decreasing overnight as we head towards tomorrow. Still some gusty winds that we'll need to watch out for. Otherwise, for today, we have mid-30s, partly cloudy, a few flurries on the way, and that west wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour at times. Your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period showing a partly to mostly cloudy sky with a few flurries possible and temperatures overall in the 30s before cooling off. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig?
All right, thank you, Devin. We'll look forward to that. The suspect in Wednesday's shooting at the Maine Mall has been arrested. Police say 20-year-old Ahmad Bashir Awad turned himself in to police outside the Cumberland County Jail yesterday afternoon without incident. Officials say he's the suspect who shot a person inside a bathroom in the food court on Wednesday afternoon. A man in his 20s was rushed to a hospital and is expected to recover. Awad is now charged with elevated aggravated assault, reckless conduct with a dangerous weapon, and carrying a concealed or threatening display of a weapon. He's being held on $100,000 cash bail and is scheduled to make his first court appearance this afternoon at 1 p.m. A federal judge has extended the deadline for the Trump administration's buyout offer to federal employees. The nearly 2 million workers had until midnight to respond to an email or risk being laid off. The temporary block means the fate of the offer altogether is now in the court's hands as it weighs whether the administration's actions are legal or not. ABC's Christiane Cordero has the latest from Washington.
This morning, as nearly 2 million federal workers nationwide consider a so-called buyout offer, a federal judge considers whether the offer itself is legal.
It's going to save the American people tens of millions of dollars, and we encourage federal workers in this city to accept the very generous offer.
An email titled Fork in the Road sent federal employees this message: resign now and be paid through September or risk being laid off. It's the same email subject line billionaire Elon Musk used when he slashed Twitter's workforce. Hours before the offer's deadline, a federal judge in Boston temporarily blocked it, with a hearing set for Monday to consider next steps. The lawsuit, filed by 3 unions, argues the administration's efforts are unlawful and arbitrary.
Nobody has said what will happen to the services that the American people depend on, and yet they've been asked to sign an agreement that is unclear, does not provide any guidance for them, and there's no guarantees for it.
Still, the administration says 60,000 people, roughly 3% of the federal workforce, have taken the buyout offer, including this person who didn't want to be identified.
I kind of debated it for the night, and I was like, should I do it? Should I not do it? And then I finally did respond for resign.
And this mother of two, Shonda Loader, who works for the Department of Veterans Affairs. She tells us she's not sure what happens next.
We just don't know if we're getting paid, if we're not getting paid, if we're going to be working through September, if those who aren't taking it are going to be laid off.
Sources tell ABC News USAID will soon be reduced from 14,000 people to fewer than 300. The administration faces lawsuits to prevent that from happening. President Trump has called the agency a, quote, tremendous fraud. First Lady Melania Trump and daughter Ivanka promoted USAID's work during Trump's first term. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
Meanwhile, Senator Angus King took to the Senate floor to share his position on Russell Vatt as the nominee to become the director of the Office of Management and Budget. He also expanded on his growing concerns over the Trump administration's actions over the past couple of weeks. King told his colleagues taking away a statutorily established federal agency with no guidance from Congress and a proposal to halt all federal grant and loan disbursements were direct assaults on the Constitution itself.
Our oath was not to the Republican Party, not to the Democratic Party, not to Joe Biden, not to Donald Trump, but our oath was to defend the Constitution. And right now, literally at this moment, that Constitution is under the most direct and consequential assault in our nation's history.
Well, King said absolute power corrupts absolutely. He urged his colleagues on both sides of the aisle to work together to deliver the checks and balances designed by our founding fathers to protect the Constitution and our citizens. Meanwhile, the Senate did end up confirming Russell Vatt last night as the White House budget director. He's also known as the architect of the controversial Project 2025 plan. Well, earlier this week, President Trump signed another executive order aimed at the transgender community, this time barring transgender athletes from competing in women's sports. Despite these actions, members of Maine's transgender community say they consider themselves lucky. Our Alex Schley has more.
Since taking office, President Donald Trump has signed a number of executive orders targeting the transgender community. Advocates, however, are calling into question the legal standing of the president's directives.
Things that, can't really be enforced or are not something that a president can actually legally do.
Executive Director of Out Maine, Sue Campbell, says Maine's transgender community is fortunate to have the state's legal backing.
The non-discrimination laws that we have here apply across the board, whether that's in schools or healthcare or anywhere else that our youth and adults are.
Campbell points to the Maine Human Rights Act, which says to prevent discrimination in employment, housing, education, extension of credit, or access to public accommodations on account of an individual's actual or perceived race, color, sex, sexual orientation, gender identity, physical or mental disability, religion, ancestry, or national origin. Last week, the Maine Department of Education issued a statement reassuring Mainers. It said in part, quote, the executive order does not alter the obligations of schools under state law, including the Maine Human Rights Act, and does not require any immediate changes to locally adopted school board policies. Will the impact of President Trump's executive orders remain unclear? Transgender leaders say it's more important than ever to stand together.
People have very good reason to feel fear right now, but I think remembering to not let that fear paralyze us and stop us from forming community and from taking action, particularly when it comes to really scary moments like this.
In Bangor, I'm Alex Schley for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The Bangor Area Recovery Network has announced it's expanding its recovery justice program to offer more services to inmates in Penobscot County. Our Grace Blanchard with that story.
Access to recovery services for substance abuse disorders can be a challenge for those in the criminal justice system.
A lot of them are forgotten about. A lot of them don't have a lawyer. There is a shortage of court-appointed lawyers. A lot of them don't have family or friends once they're arrested that support them.
2 years ago, the Bangor Area Recovery Network started a recovery justice program. It aims to help individuals navigate the challenges of recovery and reintegrating into society after incarceration.
After being arrested, those relationships that they had before aren't healthy. So it's important to have a healthy relationship with somebody that is walking that recovery journey path.
Volunteers and recovery coaches at Barn have been partnering with the Penobscot County Jail to offer one-on-one support to inmates. Now they are taking the program to a new level by offering a weekly all-recovery group meeting directly inside the jail.
I've often said that we're not a treatment facility, nor should we be, but we have a responsibility of giving opportunity for folks to connect with the public.
Penobscot County Sheriff Troy Morton says connecting inmates with resources prior to their release can make a huge impact.
They are the bridge that when an individual is released from the jail, whether they've been here a short time or a long time, they've broken down some of those walls or barriers so that they're comfortable starting a program.
Walker says advocacy is also at the core of their work.
So that people aren't forgotten, on their recovery journey, even though they're incarcerated.
To learn more about Barn and their services, you can visit this story on our website, foxbangor.com. In Brewer, I'm Grace Blanchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Northern Light Health's credit rating from SP Global has dropped once again. The healthcare provider now has a rating of BB, which is 3 notches lower than its last rating less than a year ago. SP attributes the rating drop to, quote, persistent operating losses that resulted in debt service coverage, covenant violations in 2024 and in 2022, and also that have led to an increasingly weak balance sheet with light unrestricted reserves and reliance on third-party advances and lines of credit for operating liquidity. In response to the rating change, Senior Vice President and Chief Marketing and Communications Officer Suzanne Spruce stated in part, quote, while we are certainly disappointed with the ratings change, we are encouraged by the changes we have made to drive improved operating results. We have worked diligently and deployed innovative measures in managing financial difficulties. This includes actively establishing new partnerships to reduce costs and moving some business operations to third-party vendors while preserving jobs locally where possible. All right, the time now is 8:12. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, we'll meet the newest addition to the Capitol Police Department in Augusta. Teddy is a bomb-sniffing dog that will help keep people safe. But first, another check of that weather forecast. Today will be a partly cloudy day with a chance of a few flurries. The highs will be around 34 degrees. Mostly clear and breezy tonight with lows dropping down to around 11. Tomorrow for Saturday, partly cloudy and breezy with highs near 24. We'll be right back.
I'm Jim with Lowry & Associates. I was contacted by a woman who asked me to help one of her friends who had been hurt by a drunk driver. Not only did he have multiple injuries, he had the added stress of being the victim of a crime. We helped make sure that he didn't have to testify or even go to court. That was important to him, so I made it a priority. We got him a $250,000 settlement. If you've been hurt by a drunk driver, call me. I'm your go-to guy.
Hurt by a drunk driver? Call the twos. It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, Irish Collision Center, Main Paving, O'Neill's Automotive Repair, The Farmer's Table, and Barney Chevrolet.
Hi, Todd from Dorsey Furniture here with a great financing offer on beautiful new furniture. The new introductions are here, new sofas and sectionals from Flex Steel, a new cherry bedroom by Ben and Aaron, as well as a new collection of living rooms by Leather Italia. During the month of February, qualified buyers can enjoy new furniture and take 24 months to pay at 0% interest. On sale pricing plus 24-month interest-free financing makes right now a great time to transform your home. Live well, my friends.
I joined the Maine Army National Guard because I wanted to help the people of my community, but I never knew how far that would take me. I'm here from my hometown and I'm furthering my education. My part-time service is helping me do both. Join the team that can help you take charge of your future, just like I did with the Maine Army National Guard. Go to nationalguard.com/ME to learn more.
The Maine Capitol Police introduced their newest officer on Thursday, and this officer is ready to make a positive impact on the security at the State House. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bichard has the story.
But Teddy is just the floppy-eared dog that's going to find a bomb if we need him to find a bomb.
Officer Ryan Frost of the Maine Capitol Police helps introduce us to his newest partner, Teddy, a 17-month-old Labrador Retriever who was selected, trained, and certified last year through the Maine Criminal Justice Academy with the specialty of explosive detection. Chief Matthew Clancy says their need for a canine like Teddy became clear after multiple bomb threats disrupted the legislature last year, all of which were deemed to be hoaxes.
With the changing political environment and some of the incidents that we've had right here in Maine, that it was time for the Capitol Police to be able to have this asset that is here on a constant basis.
Teddy's daily duties consist of proactively checking the State House, Cross Building, and other state buildings around Augusta for any signs of explosive material. Of course, when large events are planned like Wednesday's protest or last month's governor's address to the legislature, Teddy works overtime and is rewarded with his favorite treat of kibble.
We evaluate anything that's going on. I'll take a visual look of things. We'll bring Teddy in for certain areas of the buildings or the grounds, and we'll do searches, proactive searches. That's really what the goal is, be proactive, get ahead of things.
Teddy is not a native of Maine. He originally came from a breeder in Utah, and he was also originally named after Yankee Derek Jeter.
But we would never hear the end of it. This is clearly Red Sox Nation. So Teddy is named after the great Ted Williams of the Boston Red Sox.
As a young pup, Teddy is still learning the ropes and slowly becoming comfortable around more people. But Officer Frost thinks Teddy is already one of the hardest working officers in the building. At the State House, I'm Corey Bichard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A favorite summertime event in Maine is moving to a new home this year. The organizers of the Maine Whoopie Pie Festival in Dover Foxcroft say this year's festival will be moved from the downtown area to the Piscataquis County Fairgrounds. They say construction in the downtown made it necessary to move this time. This year's festival will be held on Saturday, June 14th. You can get your tickets and more info by visiting MaineWhoopiePieFestival.com. Early registration is also open for a nearly 60-year-old Bangor tradition. Starting today, racers can sign up for a spot in the 58th annual Kenduskeag Extreme Canoe Race. Registration is $50 per person up until April 1st. You can register online at BangorParksandRec.com or simply drop by their headquarters on Main Street in Bangor. The race is set to begin at 10 a.m. on Saturday, April 19th. Usually they offer a little lower price ahead of the race, but as you get there, get up by the race date itself, usually the price goes up a bit. So it might save you a few bucks if you sign up early. All right, the time now, 8:17. Coming up after the break, helpful advice for homeowners as the cold weather causes more and more water pipes to freeze solid. Plus, the latest on powerful storms that are moving east, including one that spawned a tornado last night near Nashville. All the latest as Good Morning Maine continues.
Conquer the cold and tackle winter roads in a new truck or SUV from Quirk Chevrolet in Bangor. Lease 24 Chevy Silverado 1500 LT for $429 per month with only $1592 due at signing. The 2025 Trax is an economical SUV that delivers. Lease for just $396 per month. In the market for a pre-owned vehicle? With over 400 used vehicles to choose from, Quirk Motor City has your next certified car, truck, or SUV. Together, let's drive at Quirk Chevy in Bangor, Portland, and Rockland.
He lose his shirt? I've never seen anybody lose their shirt.
Do you think they made him pay triple?
I guess our tactics didn't work today. Who's the law firm?
The law offices of Joe Bornstein.
If you've been injured in an accident, call Joe. The law offices of Joe Bornstein. Maine lawyers working for Maine people.
Tell the insurance company you mean business.
This President's Day, we're back with Dare to Compare. From unbeatable features to history-making prices. You won't believe how much you can save. Hundreds, even thousands less than national brands. We even have surprise guests.
Who's this guy?
Harrison. President William Harrison? Why does everyone forget me?
Join in the fun this President's Day weekend and see how much you can save when you dare to compare this President's Day at Bob's.
Hank's Husqvarna is your trusted full-line Husqvarna dealer, offering you everything you need for your outdoor projects. From high-performance lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers to chainsaws, trimmers, battery-powered and powerful snowblowers, we have just what you need. Every piece of equipment is fully set up, serviced, and ready for use by our certified Husqvarna technician. And all sales are backed by our in-house Husqvarna warranty. For parts, service, or new equipment sales, make your way to Hank's Husqvarna in Carmel or Newport.
Amidst these freezing temperatures, it's all the more likely pipes in your home can freeze and break. Those risks are something one local fire department is also being mindful of. Our Doug Banks explains.
It's an issue every homeowner is aware of, and so are fire departments. As temperatures go down, the potential for pipes freezing and breaking goes up. The same goes for fire hydrants. According to Brewer's deputy fire chief, Brewer's hydrants are maintained by the city's water department, but this can vary by community. Sometimes the town or fire department is relied upon to clean the hydrants when hydrants aren't usable or depending on the area of an incident. He says first responders will use nearby ponds or streams, but for hydrants in Brewer, he says they'll have water flowing out of them sometimes to prevent possible freezing, just like any other water pipe.
We benefit from the hydrants, but there is that maintenance of keeping them cleaned out and making sure that you have access to it when you need it.
Off the street and into the household, the American Red Cross suggests keeping pipes away from cold weather, allow water to flow out of faucets, consider insulating both the pipes and the rooms they're in, and don't leave the temperature in the home under 55 degrees Fahrenheit if pipes do become frozen. American Red Cross recommends opening up the faucets and using electric heating tools to thaw them as long as it's away from flammable objects. Call a licensed plumber and don't use a blowtorch or any other open flame devices.
Unfortunately, there have been occasions where people take it upon themselves to try to thaw them out. If you're using a torch or something like that, it's just not a safe practice. It's easy to start a fire in your home if you're trying to do that.
In Brewer, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Some good advice. All right, the time now is 8:22. Let's get a full look at that weather forecast.
Alrighty, Craig, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Northwoods Hearing Aid Center in Lincoln, Maine, providing quality hearing care while accepting most Medicare Advantage plans and private pay. Contact them today to schedule your free hearing test. Alrighty, let's talk about the advisories first. This right here is a gale warning up along the coast until 3 a.m. Saturday. Some active surf will be an issue. We also have a small crowd advisory that is up until about 7 p.m. this evening. Again, active surf becoming an issue as well. Meanwhile, wave heights have increased at around 5 to 6 feet according to the buoys right nearby. Farther out towards sea at around 9 to 13 feet. So again, the ocean rather active outside this morning. Meanwhile, we're also watching some snow flurries that are greeting us as well as we're seeing some clouds moving in. A cold front's about to pass through. We're getting a few flurries with that, and falling temperatures will be common later on today. Meanwhile, not just us, other parts of the Northeast seeing some snow passing through. We'll start to see the flurries for us back off later on this evening. So futurecast moving forward, a few flurries today. They will back off as the day progresses on. The clouds eventually breaking up later on tonight will eventually become mostly clear or so. Then as we head towards your Saturday, a partly cloudy sky will be common. And then once we head towards Saturday night, we're looking pretty good, but increasing clouds as we watch for snow moving in. Otherwise, let's talk about that. The next system will start to approach as we head towards Sunday morning. We'll have to see how this happens. We have some dry air that will be intruding in from Canada with an area of high pressure up in Canada. Those Canada highs are common for sending dry air in our direction, so we will be watching that. So that may delay the start of the snow through Sunday morning, but we will have some throughout the day on Sunday. Then this thing gets out of here pretty quickly as we head towards Sunday night and a parts of Monday morning. So of course, I think the European model does a great job picking up on the lack of snow in some spots because of the drier air. So maybe a couple inches in a few spots spots from Greenville to Bangor, even near Bar Harbor. Higher totals will be further off towards the south and west, where around 4 to maybe 6 inches cannot be ruled out. So overall for today, we have mid-30s, partly cloudy, a few flurries on the way, and that west wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. By tonight, 11 degrees, mostly clear and breezy, and that west wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Tomorrow, middle 20s, partly cloudy and breezy, west wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by Northwoods Hearing Aid Center in Lincoln, Maine, showing a chance for snow on Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, with highs in the mid-20s. Mid-20s again for your Monday under a partly cloudy sky. Partly cloudy Tuesday with highs in the mid-20s.
You know what today is? It's Tuesday. But no matter what day of the week, Lowry & Associates is your go-to law firm. If you've been hurt, call us right now.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do? Call 222-2222. Champions of Magic is back with an explosive all-new show featuring thrilling and mind-bending illusions sure to entertain the entire family. The world's only team of illusionists present an interactive, high-energy production unlike anything you've seen before. Get your tickets to North America's biggest touring illusion show, Champions of Magic.
When Blazing Trails located in Lincoln want to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Blazing Trails is Lincoln's #1 trusted dispensary, providing outstanding product and customer service to Eastern and Central Maine.
Save thousands on your new garage doors during the double rebate event at PDQ Door. Choose from several beautiful Clopay garage doors and get up to a $250 online rebate, and PDQ Door will instantly double it to save you $500. Buy 4 garage doors and get up to $1,000 in rebates, and PDQ Door will instantly double it to save you $2,000. Find a door you adore during our double rebate event for a limited time only.
Your favorite restaurants for half off. It's half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7. Go to foxbangor.com, click on half off dining, and start saving now.
Welcome to my buddy's place, where Maine classics meet a Sicilian twist. Join us in downtown Bucksport, where we're not just serving great food, we're creating a place where everyone feels like family. We can't wait to share a meal with you.
Great restaurants from all over Eastern Maine at half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC.
Now to the violent and deadly weather as a parade of storms rolls across the country. A reported tornado about 2 hours east of Nashville last night, damaging buildings and bringing down trees there, including one on top of a church. Officials say there is loss of life and about 1,000 people without power. That storm struck after an icy mix created dozens of accidents across the Midwest and up here into the Northeast. And another winter blast is now on the way. ABC's Lionel Moyes has the latest.
This morning, road crews are out in force after a mix of snow and rain made for scary driving conditions in the Northeast. Near Cumberland, Maine, I-95 brought to a standstill after multiple accidents.
Always have a small shovel, salt, any high-protein snacks, anything that's going to keep you calm and warm.
About a half an hour outside of Boston, this tractor trailer crashing and rolling over. In central Pennsylvania, energy drinks spilled along the road after this Amazon truck overturned. And now another storm is making its way across the country after dumping heavy mountain snow and flooding rains in the west. At least 2 people are dead in Sonoma, California, where heavy rain triggered landslides and destroyed multiple homes. Several people have been rescued throughout the state.
We did 10 swiftwater rescues.
The Marin County Sheriff's Office releasing this video showing the dramatic rescue of a woman who lost control, spun out on a wet road, and became trapped in a flooded creek.
Are you in there? Were you in the back?
That deputy breaking the back window and pulling the woman to safety. Lionel Moyes, ABC News, New York.
It has been a very sad week in Sweden, where people are mourning the loss of 10 people killed during a mass shooting. A gunman opened fire at an adult education center on Tuesday in the Swedish city of Örebro. A shooter was then later found dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound to his head. It was the worst mass shooting in the history of Sweden. A makeshift memorial has been set up where mourners have been lighting candles and gathering in prayer. Police also continue to search for a motive for that terrible shooting. Well, today marks 1 month since the deadly LA County wildfires broke out. For the first time, a major utility company is shedding light about the role its equipment might have played in the fires. And we're also seeing new video of the race to safety. ABC's Andrea Fugii with that story.
Dramatic new images show the devastating Eaton fire in Southern California that killed at least 17 people.
Building's on fire, man. We gotta go.
The Pasadena Police Department releasing this video showing first responders evacuating seniors from a nursing home in Altadena, carefully getting them to safety. That facility was later destroyed by the flames. And now we are learning more about the possible cause of that fire. Southern California Edison says it is looking into whether an idle transmission line became energized and possibly sparked the deadly blaze. Altadena residents at the time reported seeing flames at a group of transmission towers.
When we saw it, it was just at the base of the tower, and within minutes it had spread.
40 lawsuits have now been filed against the utility company, claiming its power lines are to blame. Southern California Edison saying in a statement, while we do not yet know what caused the Eaton wildfire, SCE is exploring every possibility in its investigation, including the possibility that SCE's equipment was involved. But on Thursday, Southern California Edison did admit its equipment likely sparked the Hearst fire, a smaller wildfire in Los Angeles that burned nearly 800 acres. Back at the Eaton fire, that harrowing footage shows police kicking down doors to ensure residents got to safety as the out-of-control fire closed in. Andrea Fugii, ABC News, New York.
Governor Gavin Newsom has now signed an order directing the state to advance regulations aimed at making homes more fire resistant there in California. Well, it was almost like a scene out of a horror movie for a man in Australia. David Stein called for help after spotting 6 venomous snakes slithering into a pile of mulch in his backyard. He learned from the internet that the pregnant red-bellied black snakes pile on top of each other before they give birth. And that's exactly what was happening. Snake catchers from a reptile relocation group arrived and ended up catching 102 pregnant and newborn snakes. At last report, they were still finding others. Stein said just seeing the tangle of snakes gave him the shudders. Most of the world's most venomous snakes are native to Australia. No, thank you. All right, coming up on the second half of the newscast, a local pizza restaurant is donating pizzas on Super Bowl Sunday to help fight hunger in the area. And they hope others will join the effort. We'll have the story coming up.
You're way shorter than I thought you'd be. There's a shirtless selfie of me by the dumbbells. Here I am. I do air drumming. I'm a competitive air drummer.
Oh, wow.
By the way, I forgot my wallet at home, so sugar mama.
Will you excuse me?
The new Hyundai Tucson with advanced tech and safety features. There's joy in every journey. Now, for a limited time, get 1.99% APR on the Hyundai Tucson. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Friday, February 7th, 2025, and it's also National Wear Red Day. This holiday was created to raise awareness about the risks of heart disease and strokes in millions of women all over the nation. It's supported by the American Heart Association and is also part of National Heart Health Month. Cardiovascular disease causes 1 out of every 3 deaths in women every year, making it the #1 health-related killer in women. The good news is that 87% of all heart issues are believed to be preventable, and this is a day to explore ways to help keep women healthy. All right, time for history. On this day back in 1817, America's very first public gas street lamp was lighted in Baltimore. In 1962, a U.S. embargo went into effect against Cuba. In 1973, on this date, a Senate committee voted to set up a committee to investigate a break-in at the Democratic National Headquarters in Washington's Watergate complex, an investigation that led to the resignation of President Richard Nixon. In 1964, Beatlemania arrived in the U.S. when the Fab Four arrived in New York at Kennedy Airport. The Beatles had just scored their first #1 hit with I Wanna Hold Your Hand, and they were greeted by thousands of screaming fans who caused a near riot when the boys stepped off the plane onto American soil for the first time. They appeared on The Ed Sullivan Show just a few days later. In 1984, Navy Captain Bruce McCandless became the first human to perform an untethered spacewalk. He maneuvered outside the Space Shuttle Challenger in a bulky white jetpack of his own design. And in 1985, Frank Sinatra's version of New York, New York became the official anthem for New York City. Today's birthdays include comedian Chris Rock, who is 60 years old, actor James Spader is 65, and country singer Garth Brooks is 63 years old today. We'd like to wish them a happy birthday, and you too, if you're also celebrating a birthday. Hope you have a great day. Well, if you're heading out today, once again, you'll want to take it easy on the roads. They're still pretty slippery out there, and it looks like we'll have some quiet weather until maybe another batch of snow arrives late in the weekend. Here's Devin Biggs with more.
All righty, Craig, thank you very much. Happy Friday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Northwoods Hearing Aid Center in Lincoln, Maine, providing quality hearing care while accepting most Medicare Advantage plans and private pay. Contact them today to schedule your free hearing test. Here we go. This morning we have some advisories to talk about. This right here is a gale warning that is up until 3 a.m. on Saturday. Some active surf to watch out for. That right there is also a small craft advisory that is up until about 7 p.m. this evening. But otherwise, here's what we got. A few flurries developing this morning along with some of the clouds. Our high temperature today will be hit early. This is a cold front passing through that will send some colder air in our direction. Zooming things out, not just us dealing with snow this morning. Other parts of the Northeast seeing some snow tracking off to the east and a little bit to the south and east as well. Futurecast moving forward, the flurries will be backing off later on today. The clouds eventually breaking up too, as will eventually become mostly clear or so. Some gusty winds reaching up to 30 miles per hour today, slowly decreasing overnight as we head towards tomorrow. Still some gusty winds that we'll need to watch out for. Otherwise, for today, we have mid-30s, partly cloudy, a few flurries on the way, and that west wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour at times. Your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period showing a partly to mostly cloudy sky with a few flurries possible and temperatures overall in the 30s before cooling off. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig?
All right, thank you, Devin. We'll see you later on. A local business is now trying to make sure everyone gets a warm meal on Sunday. It's part of the National Slice Out Hunger's Pizza Across America event. Jason's New York-style pizza is going to donate 30 pizzas this year. Chief Experience Officer Jason Black says it touches your heart to know you are helping someone who needs it.
We picked the Bangor Area Homeless Shelter, which is an organization that we work with often. We're in the business of feeding people, so it only makes sense.
Well, Black says they're now looking for other businesses to help them make an even bigger difference this year. It costs $10.25 to donate a pizza, and you can donate yourself by going to their website at jasonsnypizza.com. You'll be making Super Bowl Sunday a little more fun for those who are less fortunate. All right, when we come back, Tyler Cruz with all the day sports news. Don't go away.
At Old Town Redemption Center, we are always ready to help with any fundraisers or bottle drives. We are here to help our community. Like and follow us on Facebook for upcoming weekly holiday giveaways and our monthly $100 drawing.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Central Equipment Company, Drinkwater's Cash Fuel, Modern Epoxy and Polishing, Old Town Redemption Center, Overhead Door Company of Bangor, and Steaks and Stuff.
Family owned and operating in the Bangor area for more than 10 years. Crosby's Welding is here to help you. We specialize in steel, stainless steel, and aluminum welding and fabrication. We serve many of the local industries from Maine lobstermen to the commercial trucking industry and everything in between. Fully mobile on-site construction services right down to custom signs and fire pits. Fast, friendly, reliable service. Give us a call today for a free estimate, 974-7815.
Come stop by Triple S Tack Shop, 315 Hamden Road, Carmel, for quality clothing and equestrian gear. At Old Town Redemption Center, we are always ready to help with any fundraisers or bottle drives. We are here to help our community. Like and follow us on Facebook for upcoming weekly holiday giveaways and our monthly $100 drawing.
St. John's with the pound down takes on UConn. Exclamation point! Fox College Hoops Friday tips off at 8 Eastern.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Wednesday was National Signing Day, and the Maine football team welcomed a large chunk of their 2025 recruiting class. Included in that class was Holton star Isaiah Irvin. Irvin played quarterback last season, listed as a defensive back with Maine at 6'5", 190 pounds. He'll be playing defense for the Black Bears. Irvin was a finalist for this year's Fitzpatrick Trophy. He tallied over 8,300 total yards in his career with 135 total touchdowns, 14 picks, and 147 tackles on the other end of the ball over his entire career, while guiding Holton to a regional runner-up finish this past fall, and now he has the opportunity to wear the blue and white while representing his home state at UMaine. He'll be joined by Lawson Foley, a linebacker from Scituate, Mass., Scituate High School, defensive lineman Wazen King from East Orange, New Jersey, Richmond, Virginia native Camden Tiller, he's a 6-foot defensive back, and Bryson Wise out of New York City, New York, he is a linebacker. All right, moving on to the football, staying on the football field now, and the Chiefs and Eagles meet in Super Bowl 59 on Sunday night in New Orleans. Kansas City will be looking for its third straight Super Bowl title, but that number pales in comparison to Maine's super fan, Don Chrisman. Our media partner, Dave Eade, caught up with Don before his trip to the big game.
Kennebunk's Don Chrisman is in a league of his own.
I feel like I can handle it, so we're going.
By now, you know his story. Don is one of 3 people on the planet to have attended every single Super Bowl game from 1 to 58. And next Sunday, he'll make it 59.
Yeah, I really thought 58 was the end, but I've told this story about ending for about 30 years.
Don says his biggest motivator are his 2 wingmen, Tom Henschel and Gregory Eaton.
I think it's the guys. They call, we talk a lot during the year.
Believe it or not, Don's super streak almost ended before it began. While on business in South Carolina, the plane he was flying on completely iced up and was ultimately grounded.
Friday night, I booked a train and got on a train in Columbia, and it took forever it seemed like. And I got to Miami 2 hours before kickoff.
Don is taking it one Super Bowl at a time, but he has thought a little bit about making it to the Big 6-0.
Almost 3 months, I'll be 89, so I'd be approaching 90 if I get there. I'm hoping, but we'll take what comes, and thank the Lord for keeping me here this long.
Oh, that is an awesome story every year. Let's hope he has fun in New Orleans over on Bourbon Street. Let's go to the basketball court now. Not a lot going on at the high school level on Thursday, but Maine men's and women's hoops still in action. Black Bears hosting NJIT. The last time these teams met resulted in a 57-44 win down in New Jersey. We'll pick it up at the start. A.J. Lopez finds Keon Burns, who cashes in the triple to open the scoring. Highlanders on the attack now. It's Jordan Rogers. He finds John Kelly, who buries the corner three to make it a 5-point game. Later on, Maine trailing by 3. Killian Gribben goes to work in the post and gets the hook shot to go. Nice move by the big man. On the other end, Tariq Francis sneaks in a pass to Rogers, who finishes a tough layup to cut Maine's lead to 3. AJ Lopez now driving to the basket, takes the contact, hangs to make the shot. Maine wins. Here is grad senior Kellen Tynes. He became the all-time steals leader in program history on Thursday night.
Like I mentioned earlier, I just kind of wanted to leave, this place better than, when it came in. And I think, me along with my teammates were doing a good job of that. So, getting the record is pretty cool. My mom was here, so she got to witness that. So that was a, special moment for me.
To the women's game now. Amy Vachon and the Black Bears looking for 6 wins in a row. They are on the road at NJIT. First quarter, Black Bears down 2. Caroline Borneman has it, puts her head down, drives to the hoop, and ties the game. Still tied now, still in the first. J.C. Christopher comes away with the steal, gets it up ahead here to Sarah Talon, who sends a beautiful pass in to Borneman, who gives Maine a 2-point lead. Second half, Highlanders up 3. Alejandra Zuniga hits Enya McGuire. She pulls it from mid-range, and she connects. Maine down 5. Maine down 5 again here in the fourth. Borneman again drives and gets it to go. She had 22 points in the night, but NJIT was too much. Zuniga driving, no look over the head pass to Madeline Doggs. NJIT wins 61-56. And finally, a really great moment circulating around social media following Duke men's basketball's 16th victory in a row, defeating Syracuse on Wednesday night. Cooper doing a meet and greet with some fans post-game, including one special young fan who was holding a sign with 3 boxes to check. The first one already checked for beating brain cancer. The second for being at her first Duke game. The third definitely checked by the end of the night with her goal of meeting Cooper Flagg. We saw him connect with fans in Maine for a while, and nice to see that part of Cooper still shining down in Durham. All right, that's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Unwind with a massage. Let me take away the stress of everyday life and allow you to fully relax. I offer Swedish, deep tissue, and prenatal massage. Healing Strength Massage in Bangor is your place for relaxing therapeutic massage.
Winter is a time to get outside and enjoy all that Maine has to offer. And when it's time to come inside, rest assured everything's toasty because of your Fujitsu heat pump from Valley Home Services. The comfort and warmth of home means more on days like these. Push a button and you'll be snuggling up on the couch in no time. Valley Home Services offers reliable rebates, significant energy savings, and expert installation. Embrace the comfort of Fujitsu heat pumps from Valley Home Services. Call or click today.
Come bowl a few games here at Bangor Brewer Bowling Lanes. We're one of the only candlepin bowling alley centers in Maine, conveniently located in the heart of Brewer. You always have the opportunity to simply bowl for fun. However, you can also join a league. We have youth leagues, adult and senior leagues. Now don't forget, we also host birthday parties for under $100, and gift certificates are also available. Give us a call right away at 989-3798 to make reservations for your birthday party today.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Hometown Health Center, Irish Collision Center, Old Town Redemption Center, Reardon's Automotive, Rose Bicycle, and Townie Sub and Slices LLC.
Unwind with a massage. Let me take away the stress of everyday life and allow you to fully relax. I offer Swedish, deep tissue, and prenatal massage. Healing Strength Massage in Bangor is your place for relaxing therapeutic massage.
Super Bowl 59 kicks off Sunday in New Orleans. The Kansas City Chiefs and Philadelphia Eagles each trying to earn the right to lift that Lombardi trophy this year. ABC's Morgan Norwood is in New Orleans with a preview.
Super Bowl Sunday is almost here when the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles will take the field with the championship on the line. It's a rematch of the Super Bowl game from 2 years ago when the Chiefs kicked a field goal in the final seconds to earn the victory.
Got it!
Playing in their 5th Super Bowl in the past 6 years, with back-to-back wins in the past 2, The Chiefs are looking to add to their legacy by becoming the first team ever to win 3 Super Bowls in a row.
They're a great football team. I mean, I know from the last time we played them, they were a great football team then, and it took everything we had to beat them in that game, and know that if we want to beat them this time, it's going to take everything we have again.
Standing in their way, the Philadelphia Eagles on a quest for redemption.
We worked very hard for this moment and to be the last man standing.
Philly running back Saquon Barkley on the verge of making NFL rushing history.
The fact that I'm so close to breaking all these records, the only thing that really matters is winning the Super Bowl.
The showdown will take place at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Security at the forefront of the city after the New Year's Day truck attack in the French Quarter.
We came together with unwavering resolve to ensure that the people of New Orleans have a safe, supported, and are here to fully enjoy the excitement of Super Bowl 59.
President Donald Trump is expected to attend, which would make him the first sitting president to do so. And Kendrick Lamar says he's locked in for his highly anticipated halftime performance.
This is me, this is Kendrick Lamar, 37 years old, and I still feel like I'm elevating. I'm still on the journey though, you know? And I want that energy to, ooze out into the televisions and to the people that's in that building.
The main show will be on the field with 2 high-powered teams looking to make their mark.
We're just going to go out there and lay it all on the line. I mean, we've worked so hard to be in this game, and I'm proud of my teammates. We're 1 win away from going out and completing history.
Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New Orleans.
Should be a fantastic game. Well, Rihanna leads the Smurfs on a mission. Kenny Chesney shares a love letter and more. Here's Fox's Ashley Dvorkin with the latest in the Hollywood nation.
In Smurf Village, Rihanna goes blue, Chesney opens up, and Clarkson plans new shows in the Hollywood nation. I've been waiting for you. Kelly Clarkson heads back to Sin City. The talk show host and singer announced her new Las Vegas residency, Kelly Clarkson Studio Sessions. She will perform 18 shows at the Coliseum at Caesars Palace starting July 4th. Just to say we did. Kenny Chesney is ready to share his life story. The country music superstar is releasing his first book, Heart Life Music, November 4th. The singer-songwriter says it's not his memoir, but rather a love letter to the many people who shaped and inspired him. It will cover his early years being raised by a single mother in East Tennessee, his rise to stardom, his music career, and more. Presenters for the 30th Annual Critics' Choice Awards have been revealed. The star-studded lineup includes Lupita Nyong'o, Jesse Eisenberg, Kate Hudson, Jackie Chan, and more. Chelsea Handler returns to host the ceremony, airing live tonight on E! Every day is a party. Rihanna takes on an iconic animated character in the trailer for Smurfs. The singer-actress is the voice of Smurfette, who goes on an adventure to save Papa Smurf after being kidnapped by evil wizards Gargamel and Rosamel. The film arrives in theaters July 18th. I think I swallowed my gum. In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
And now with a final look at that forecast, here's Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, Craig, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Northwoods Hearing Aid Center in Lincoln, Maine, providing quality hearing care while accepting most Medicare Advantage plans and private pay. Contact them today to schedule your free hearing test. Alrighty, let's talk about the advisories first. This right here is a gale warning up along the coast until 3 a.m. Saturday. Some active surf will be an issue. We also have a small crowd advisory that is up until about 7 p.m. this evening. Again, active surf becoming an issue as well. Meanwhile, wave heights have increased at around 5 to 6 feet according to the buoys right nearby. Farther out towards sea at around 9 to 13 feet. So again, the ocean rather active outside this morning. Meanwhile, we're also watching some snow flurries that are greeting us as well as we're seeing some clouds moving in. A cold front's about to pass through. We're getting a few flurries with that, and falling temperatures will be common later on today. Meanwhile, not just us, other parts of the Northeast seeing some snow passing through. We'll start to see the flurries for us back off later on this evening. So futurecast moving forward, a few flurries today. They will back off as the day progresses on. The clouds eventually breaking up later on tonight will eventually become mostly clear or so. Then as we head towards your Saturday, a partly cloudy sky will be common. And then once we head towards Saturday night, we're looking pretty good, but increasing clouds as we watch for snow moving in. Otherwise, let's talk about that. The next system will start to approach as we head towards Sunday morning. Wednesday. We'll have to see how this happens. We have some dry air that will be intruding in from Canada with an area of high pressure up in Canada. Those Canada highs are common for sending dry air in our direction, so we will be watching that. So that may delay the start of the snow through Sunday morning, but we will have some throughout the day on Sunday. Then this thing gets out of here pretty quickly as we head towards Sunday night and the parts of Monday morning. So of course, I think the European model does a great job picking up on the lack of snow in some spots because of the drier air. So maybe a couple inches in a few spots from Greenville to Bangor, even near Bar Harbor. Higher totals will be further off towards the south and west, where around 4 to maybe 6 inches cannot be ruled out. So overall for today, we have mid-30s, partly cloudy, a few flurries on the way, and that west wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. By tonight, 11 degrees, mostly clear and breezy, and that west wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Tomorrow, middle 20s, partly cloudy and breezy, west wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by Northwoods Hearing Aid Center in Lincoln, Maine, showing a chance for snow on Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, with highs in the mid-20s. Mid-20s again for your Monday under a partly cloudy sky. Partly cloudy Tuesday with highs in the mid-20s.
If you have to ask why it's important to start your day early, here's your answer.
Wake up to a sausage McMuffin with egg for $2.50 and any sized iced coffee for $1.29.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hi, I'm Tony Hafford from TC Hafford Basement Systems, the all things basement-y company. Basement waterproofing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. Since 1991, over 15,000 Maine homeowners have trusted TC Hafford Basement Systems to fix their basements. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems today for all things basement-y.
Hi, this is Jim with Lowry & Associates.
Some guy slid across the center line and hit my daughter. The cops said the guy was driving way too fast for the snowy conditions.
I'm so sorry you guys are going through this. Is your daughter okay?
She just had surgery yesterday. Is there any way you can come meet us at the hospital?
Absolutely. I can meet you at the hospital right now.
Lowry & Associates came to the hospital and settled my daughter's case for $250,000.
I'm Jim with Lowry & Associates. Call us. We win for you.
Love is in the air, and ABC7 and Fox 22 want you to share in the love with a special Valentine's Day promotion. Register to win prizes from some great local businesses. Our special Valentine's Day promotion is brought to you by Luxury Browse in Holden, Stonington's Furniture in Brewer, and SPS Music in Eddington. All you have to do is go to our contest page on foxbangor.com and register to win.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Especially when it's the irresistible steak, egg, and cheese bagel sandwich. Get yours today.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Two elephants at a zoo in Hawaii think they know who will win the big game on Sunday. Mari and Vege live at the Honolulu Zoo, and per tradition, they were given 2 watermelons, one with the Chiefs logo, the other with an Eagles logo. And after a bit of psych out, the pair ended up choosing the Eagles as the winning team this weekend. And in case you were wondering, they seem to be accurate with their predictions, as Mari and Vargay correctly predicted the Chiefs to win the game last year. We'll have to wait and see if they're right this time. Well, a tiny crab is making a big splash. This juvenile pink king crab is taking the internet by storm after making its debut on social media. NOAA scientists posted a video of the tiny creature after bringing it to the surface off the Gulf. The spiky crustacean is seen standing in a person's hand, barely the size of a knuckle. The NOAA says the little crab was found when their scientists were collecting samples of coral species that they could raise in a lab. Isn't that cute? Almost looks like a little cartoon character. There's a chance, albeit a small one, that an asteroid could hit the Earth in 2032. It's nicknamed Asteroid 2024 YR4 and has about a 1.2% chance of striking the planet. The threat was first discovered by the Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System. It's moving away from the Earth now, but is predicted to return in 2028. The asteroid is being monitored by the European Space Agency. Experts say it's estimated to be between 131 to 295 feet wide and is traveling at around 15 times the speed of high-velocity bullets. Astronomers have been recording observations of the asteroid from around the world to try to better understand its size and trajectory. Don't have to worry about it, at least for the time being. And Amazon could be the new market leader in revenue growth this year. A report says the e-commerce company is set to pass retail giant Walmart in highest U.S. quarterly sales for the first time ever. The report says Walmart has held the top spot since 2012 when it surpassed ExxonMobil. A reason Amazon has seen an increase in revenue is because of the company's cloud endeavor, Amazon Web Services, responsible for about 17% of total sales. Walmart still leads the way, though, in annual sales and is set to rack in $681 billion over the next year. Don't feel too bad for Walmart, or Amazon for that matter. All right, that will do it for this hour. We thank you so much for joining us. I'm Craig Colson, and for everyone here at the station, we hope you have a wonderful day and a great weekend.
Today on 25 Words or Less, he's been described as a discount Ryan Reynolds. But apart from that one line, I thought his wife's marriage vows were just beautiful. It's John.